Hello everybody, I'm Raphael Perry and it's time for some more Tainted Grail. Now, got a little bit of a plan for this episode. It's a two-pronged plan that may fall short of the mark, so here's what I'm going to do. We have a number of destinations where Fianola would like us to place warning signs. This is one of them. We also have a mine down here on the beach I would like to go and explore. Bear in mind, I've played early access of this game since pretty much it came out. Haven't gone everywhere, haven't done everything, but this isn't entirely blind. Recently, I did explore this mine off camera because I was just eager to play. I also did some stuff around here, which I'll probably do in the next episode. And over here, this is potentially very dangerous. Potentially too dangerous. We'll have to see how it goes. For now, though, let's put some distance between the keep and ourselves. Because over near the location where that warning notice is to be posted, there is a rather dangerous brigand in knightly attire. Now, it's rather good knightly attire, and it would be very nice to have it upon our persons in the not too distant future. However, he's also very dangerous. This could go completely wrong. If it doesn't work, I'll just reload back in the keep, go to the mine instead, and come back here later. We may not be quite ready for this just yet. In fact, we might want to definitely get one more level before attempting this. But I'm going to try it now. I'll ready my sword and my shield and venture through the hole in this wall. This ancient monument. There's another ne'er-do-well. Now it's worth noting that things like light level, and if the person sees you, and the weight of your equipment, how noisy it is, all affects your ability to sneak. We're carrying a decent amount, and there's something here to dig up as well, so we might not be able to steal up upon him.
Show yourself.
But we got him. And now we shall dig. I'll take those. Coach from inflicting what? Chill build-up. Ooh, I think I can think of a few good places where I'd like to use that. Now, 15 is not very much, is it? 75%, that's a much better number. And that 72, do we have better? Stamina regeneration. Oh, you know what? Actually then. Sure, let's try that. And now, there are a few... There he is, waiting for us. A couple of wolves in this area that I would like to tackle. Where are you? Alright, I'll take those. And these. And then I shall live dangerously by approaching this villain. Got him. Whew. Now, what has he upon his person? The branded skin of a knave, lockpick, copper throwing knife, longsword, guard's tabard, dented knight's gear. Interesting, he usually has a warhammer instead. Oh, is it leveled? Sometimes he has a sword and the warhammer. Okay. Requires 4 endurance. 5, 5, 5, 6. Okay. Well, I'll take it. And we've now used our power and are required to replenish it. It'll be a while before we can do that. That did go rather well though. And I'm reasonably pleased with the result. Now, let's get that little 15-point heal there. Well, I'm somewhat tempted to slam. I think he might have slightly leveled gear. Because I believe the guard's tabard gained from him. No, that is correct. That is what it normally looks like, yeah. Okay. So we want to get another endurance point post-haste. Let's head down towards the beach and that mine. The flooded mine. And you know what? We're going to have to fight one of these creatures going through here anyway. And they have the components we need to make the armor the blacksmith wants of us. I see you, you bastard. Got him. Yeah, well, let's see if we can get the other one as well while we're at it. It's all good experience. I don't think... There we go, yes. I was going to say, I don't think he hasn't reset yet. There we go. Got him. Blood clots and monster blood. Now we want the brains from these creatures, but those blood clots will come in useful later on. Now this is a little 15-point heal. What an ominous sound. I think it's just part of the backing track. Now, speaking of backing and tracks... Come on. Okay, he must have noticed by now. Better. Time is growing late, so we'll want to get in soon. We don't want to use fire arrows. Wooden, copper. Sure, we can go copper for a bit. Yep. And you know what? We're going to interact with this fire. We will replenish our weird soul. And we will level. Obviously we're taking strength, endurance this level. No doubt about it. And here we already have Hedgehog Knight. That's great. Extra armor would be good. Add armor to damage with 20%, but yeah, it's still a number. 2% chance to negate all incoming damage. Obviously we can increase this, right? 10% interaction based on that could be very good. Your damage negation chances increase to 2 in light load. See, I'm thinking, what if this isn't to do with the weight of the armor, but to do with how encumbered the character is, right? So your light armored skill isn't really skill wearing light armor, it's when you are lightly encumbered by the armor, because you're just that strong or whatever, right? So it's because the armor weight does give modifiers to things like movement speed. Now, would be nice to increase this, but what else do we have? Blocking drains 10% less stamina. Parrying's difficult. But it would lead to that straight up damage reduction. We could really do with the extra stamina. Taking damage, instantly restoring stamina would also be good. So I am going for this. This time. And then I'm getting straight inside. First off, let's get our sword and shield ready. It's dark and dangerous in here. We don't know what we may face. With our increased endurance, we can now use slightly better armor. No, we can't. We can use the cloak. And then maybe... No. Ah! There we are. Increases bow draw speed. Isn't a big deal for us at the moment. We will get a better armor value. Which pushes us up into the heavy armor category, which is actually nice for our skill development because our heavy armor skill is lower. Imagine Carol Vorderman saying lowers cholesterol. Which means it will advance more swiftly, although it does mean we won't get that medium armor experience increase towards another level for a while. In terms of stats, we probably want a bit more strength, practicality, spirituality, and endurance next. You know, they really weren't kidding when they called this the flooded mine. We may need to cross that water in a bit, but for now, we're going to stay on this side. Because here is some kind of rudimentary portcullis. Or just a straight up. And there is a creature. It looks nasty. And we're going to get our blood transfusion spell ready. It's seen us. It's got a skull in its life bar. Are you going to come... Hey. Now that we have your attention... So it's a tough opponent, but it's restricted. Yeah, come back here and do that. Come on. So, while we're doing this is obviously fledgling spell power. But only 50, 80%, 30... Okay, fine, just one of these. Get a bit more health and just get a bit more health from you, my friend. Ooh, bounce. Okay, we don't like the bounce. Being a bit more elusive now that he's moving. Good. Aha! And the most important thing in this encounter is that he perishes near the bars where we can reach him. With his head sticking through. Lovely. Armor from corpse eaters. Right. Also, blood clot, monster brain, broken arrow, and bone meal. Now, this will give me some different recipes for corpse eaters, one of which mirrors an existing recipe but is a different colour. Author, Phaelgus Black. I worked iron, bone, and weird tainted chitin, or chitin, but nothing unsettles the hands like the flesh of corpse eaters. Tough, sinewy, and stubborn against the blade, it clings to death like a jealous lover. To make armor of it, first strip the hide while the beast is still warm. Once cold, the flesh stiffens like dried tendon. Soak it in a mixture of brine and charcoal ash. This purges the lingering rot and hardens the skin without making it brittle. When layered, it resists slashes better than boiled leather, yet moves easier than plated mail. Many scavengers and druids prize such garb, though few wear it long. They speak of whispers in the dark, of unseen eyes watching from the gloom. The dead call to their own after all. And while his jaw chitters there, we're going to get at this chest. Difficulty hard. Should have probably brought a few more lockpicks. Ooh. Well, we've found the sweet spot, I think. There we are. Coins, a potion called Fireball, which is not a spell, poisoned arrows, and an old steel mace. What do we know of this mace? Requires 4 strength, restores 10 health after killing an enemy. Given that our health total is at 77, 10 is a significant portion of that. We should probably just take strength next level after all. We do have a spell called Hailstone. Applies chill, more powerful chunk of chilling ice. Requires 2 spirituality. We should look into that. So, journal, crafting, handcrafting, helmet. We have Corpse Eater's cap, the one the blacksmith taught us how to make, and Corpse Eater's cap, the one we have learned from the book. Statistically, they are identical. They use the same components, but they look different. What else did we learn from it? Body section, cuirass, right? No. Okay, well we can just look at it and see if it tells us again. Corpse Eater's rags. 2 Corpse Eater caps. So yeah, I think we knew 2 of those already. Let's have a care. Now, I don't see an easy way to open this, right? It is gloomy down here, murky and dark. I see nothing on this side whereby I could open this. I imagine I'm supposed to approach from the other side and get attacked by this thing as I near the end of the area. Then open the chest and open this and find my way out. For now, though, we shall explore. We have ourselves some metal gauntlets, which gives us decent enough hand protection. We'll be able to don some foot and leg protection in the not too distant future, but we will have to earn it. Now, from here, we can see a tunnel with light. That leads to a dangerous area. There's also a place over there. We're going to indulge in a little swimming and trying to keep our head above water. I'm going to go this way first. Not what I originally did, by the way. I'm going to go under here, come up here and start sneaking. Chest has coin, mana potion, wool and jute fibers. Aren't jutes the people of Jutland? I mean, they roamed further back in the Dark Ages. Okay, we are sneaking. This overlooks... wait. This overlooks the water we were swimming in. We swam under this. And the other passageway goes that way. We are now, however, out of the water, although we may need to go through it to get to our objective. How are we doing for arrows? Pretty bad. What have we picked up? Okay. We're running very low on arrows, so we should be cautious about their use. Let's slow down in case it helps our sneaking. Now, this overlooks the path as it emerges from the water. There's a man there and a sort of wooden jetty with more foes beyond. I say jetty, it's more of a bridge, really. We're sneaking for the experience for now. So the bridge crosses over into this cavern over water, where there are many foes, including one patrolling over there. We can sort of bottleneck them a little bit there, but not massively. There's a short bow. This man has copper arrows, leather hood, just leather gear. Okay. Oh, the arrow sticking out his head can be claimed. There is a series of wooden walkways here, but we would be, you know, cat among the pigeons without any armor on. And these pigeons are seriously nasty. So for now, I think we will approach by the waterway as they intend intruders to come. But we will come forearmed and forewarned, with the knowledge that they are nasty bastards who are about to die. And if the gods bless us, we are a even more nasty bastard who's going to really mess them up. Oh, that might not be a man, that might be a rock face. It can be a man. That is a man. Oh, we are seen. Yeah, let's see what happens if we try and make them... Okay, we got away with it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I think he'll be ready for us. Just make sure we're extra ready for him. Let's... Wait. Do we have a 36? $20. And plenty of them. Okay. Now, I believe I haven't fully explored this mine because there was an area that looked like I would not be able to continue very easily from it. For now, though, let's get back in the water and swim again. And ready ourselves for combat. Possibly food. Feeding up.
I'll teach you to respect me. Say your prayers.
Bloody hell.
Oil out your head on a bike.
Right, you. Now, we're not out of the woods yet. And that can be mined. Presumably we're mildly safe here, but not really. Now, we do want to... There's not much point sneaking because there's a lit torch right here. But if we can get past the torch while nobody's looking... There's a man there, I believe, with a bow. Okay, we're spotted. One of these men has a bow. Yep. Alright.
Like a millipede. Didn't see that.
Alright. Now.
I'll leave you. You'll be fertile.
Right. Okay. Let's close with him swiftly.
I'll teach you to respect me.
Got him, but at a great price. Let's heal up. And beware, there's still like something like 2 or 3 foes in this area. It's pretty thick with them. And there seems to be one at the end sitting by a boat on some kind of dock. I see you, so I'm coming around this way. Hello. No, we are detected. Oh, up there!
I'll teach you to respect me.
Got him. Right.
You to respect me.
Oh, there you are.
I'll teach you to respect me.
Right, I see you.
I'll teach you to respect me.
Oof, got him. One up there might be dead. Whew, that was rough. Let's eat some food. Right, now. Oh, we can cook here. Let's do that. Oh, wait, we need the venison. For the ritual. A couple more arrows. There were a fair few bowmen in here. Right, now you. Oh, we are very heavily encumbered, so we're going to want to be careful swimming out of here. What's that? What was that in that area that highlighted? Well... There should be a body that fell down over here. But that's not our only purpose for continuing to push. I mean, I definitely feel that that man is alive. Reinforced chest, you say? I mean, it does look very large, doesn't it? Difficulty medium. Okay, let's try... Okay, there we go. That's a lot of fireball potions. Meteorite throwing knife is lovely. Now, it is around this point that I decided to abandon my exploration of this mine. Tattered leather gloves, yeah. What's so great about these fireball potions then? Increased critical chance by 20% for 90 seconds. I can see why that would be popular. Especially when fighting large groups of opponents. Now, I think he fell off around there. It's possible that man might not even be hostile. Also highly unlikely. And we are so heavily encumbered. Right. We may need to leap these gaps if we want to make it across to him. And I don't like the way these look like grasping hands. Outcast villager. Okay, definitely. We could shoot him with an arrow, make him come to us. But what's over there? Let's do that. Yeah. Get shot. Okay. What is hitting me? Somewhere in that direction. Bloody hell. Okay. I just don't see it. So that was definitely a mistake. Let's get our shield ready, because even if we're not blocking... I'll take that broken arrow. It's been stuck on my armor long enough. I think I need to get out of here. Maybe come back later and attempt to finish off the location. Oh, he's up there now. Excellent. Now I know where he is. Yes, do come down and face me. Or I'll have to come up and face you. That looks like somewhere I might like to explore at some point in the future when I'm not so heavily encumbered. Now, where, oh where are you? Because I saw you running around up here. Ah. The path leads to my foe. He clearly did not expect me to return this soon. Now, I can't realistically expect to sneak up on him carrying all this stuff. He may have allies, but I'm just going to make too much noise dragging it all. I should realistically dump it in a container and sneak up on him, but instead, I can just advance upon him with my sword and shield ready. Rather like this. Mate.
Stay sharp.
I do believe that's the last of them. I think that are hands from some kind of statue or something. This probably loops round to where the creature is. You know what? It's a small potion. And it lightens our load. Medium, okay. Let's go... No. There we are. Coins, potion called Last Stand, more arrows. I mean, we're working our way towards that next level there, and when we do, the temptation to go for all the Endurance 5 equipment is very strong, but we really should be increasing other ability scores as well. Last Stand greatly reduces health and mana, but lock stamina at 100% for 60 seconds. Lock stamina at 100%. That's good, isn't it? Burning Ember. That's a spell that is apparently in the tutorial area somewhere, and I missed it, but I have it now. Oh yeah. We do want to increase our spirituality to be able to use a few different spells. This is the nearest thing to a healing spell we have currently, but there's so many potions and food and consumables that we're doing very well. I'm going to realistically say that swimming at 190 of 165 is a encumbrance value is a really bad idea. I'm going to have to swim to make it out of here. Or am I? Yes, I am. It might be nice to explore what may lie beyond that water at some point, and it's probably even a shortcut back to the entrance. But I distinctly feel that now is not the time to be crossing such a large body of water when I don't know that I can safely get out on the other side. Now, that being said, I may not safely be able to get out on the other side of this one, due to the amount of stuff I'm carrying. I should definitely increase strength next level to increase encumbrance values, but also reduce... Oh, what's the time? Okay, about 3 in the afternoon. So we've been here a decent amount of time, and it is a safe-ish time to be attempting to make it back to the keep. Although it will grow very dangerous outside. Again, and I hate to bring this up because I'm pretty sick of people drawing similarities between this and Skyrim, but the control layout is so similar. I constantly keep expecting to be able to press the C key to constantly move forwards instead of having to press and hold down W to keep moving. Now, let's try not to drown. It might not be as easy as it sounds. Let's see if we can tread water, that's good, and sort of breaststroke or crawl our way forwards. We want to be aiming to the right of that wheel at a point where the bank or shoreline dips, because that's quite raised, right? We can't climb up on that. Over here there is a gap in that fence where the fence has kind of fallen into the water. Yes, it has fallen. We may even be able to use that as handholds and footholds on our way up onto the... I can't really call it a beach. There's no gravel or sand. Here we go. We are out of the water. 429. I sense I've done most of the things in here, but I should probably come back and explore it at some point in time. That looks almost like I could dig it, but it's just a trick of the light. Okay. Oh, I'll get back to the keep, work on my crafting skills. Congratulate myself on having made it out of here during the hours of daylight. Oh dear. Well, this is going to eat up some time, isn't it? There we go. So what else have I done? Off camera that you haven't seen yet, that I have, that I haven't done in a previous patch. Because previous patch, I've gone and done the whole quest. I have a weird taint. Or I've done a lot of that quest, and I've done a quest to do with... Ooh, that there looked ominous. They do a good job of making the environment look dangerous even when it isn't. Because it was obvious there was something in front of this doorway, but it looked like it could be a creature or something. Right, let's get moving because we don't have much time to make it back to the keep before dark. Before darkness descends and all the weird purple things come out to kill us. Now, in a recent episode, we got to witness the weird night as I sprinted through it and tried to generally avoid danger. We may very well get to experience that in slow motion in this one, and I may get swarmed by nasties. I saw the dead body fall down there, pretending it was standing up for a moment. You can't fool me, fallen body. I mean, perhaps you can, but we'll see. That is a nice statue. We saw that across the water, I think, and saw some dead bodies walking around in front of it, and we did not go and explore. I might do that at some point as well. For now, though, the focus is just on making it back to the keep before the sun sets. We may not be able to succeed in that endeavour, but we'll just keep putting one foot in front of the other until we can lighten our load. So, Dara's father, the old retired keeper who drinks to, well, just to get drunk really, but ostensibly to honour the memory of his fallen comrades, who went down with him into some chambers and tunnels beneath the keep and did not return. We can ask the quartermaster of the keep about this and get his permission to venture down into that same location, and it's bloody dangerous. I wouldn't want to do it without all this metal armor that we just got. We would have serious trouble. Oh, you know, I went and I fought the villainous knight. I never even posted the warning sign. I should do that. Later. After the weird night has passed. It does still bother me that if the fragment of Arthur's soul within Excalibur is what is keeping the Horns of the South safe, and I extract that fragment from the sword to unite with Arthur, everyone in the keep is doomed. The weirdness will roll in and destroy them all. So the basic premise of Tainted Grail is that when King Arthur and his knights went on the quest for the Holy Grail, something was very wrong with the Grail. It's corrupted, it's you know, rotting, corrupting, spreading taint of the land. Possibly, you know, a bit like the Fisher King. But rather the thing they found was wicked and messed up. Rather than needing assistance. I see you. It's beginning to grow dark and dangerous. Strange purple lights and mauve and blue lights are appearing in the sky. The clouds turn red. And soon, the deranged creatures of weirdness may be upon us. This stag never seems to mind, though, at all. And what I want to know is, if the weirdness is so bad, and it will kill anything that comes out into it, and, you know, and destroy and rot everything, how come there's all these brigands who keep replacing the ones that I kill out here? Are they created by the weirdness? Do they come out of it? Does it reshape the land to its desires? Now, I will say that, and this is interesting for a number of reasons, I will say that the weirdness does feel rather like the mists of Ravenloft, which is interesting, because the lovely French guys who did the Tainted Grail tabletop role-playing game based it on their Shadows of Esteren role-playing game, which has a very Ravenloft feel, and mists and fog and stuff. So very, very similar traits, right? Although there is a significant difference between Shadows of Esteren and Ravenloft. And to say it would be a major spoiler. So I just won't. But I will say that the rules of Shadows of Esteren are a good rule set for this setting. And more importantly, the style of writing, the way those chaps write adventures and rules, really... Oh, she's going already. We're not going to lighten our load just yet. Everyone is heading off to their beds. Well, I should do so too. It took us something like 5 hours to get back from a mine. That is not good. However, I'm not going to end the episode on rest. I'll go chop wood. Actually, I'm not going to walk up those stairs carrying this heavy load on my back and knees. It just will not be good for any of us. I'll just hobble up the stairs here, drag my way to the nearest bed, the one I usually use. At least I'm not suddenly sprinting when going through the door, and there's a very obvious reason for that. I'm carrying an absolute shit ton of stuff. And I fully intend to lighten my load. How? How are you running again? You're overloaded, you shouldn't be able to run. Interesting, so resting broke the encumbrance limit. I imagine as soon as I sell or purchase an item, I'll be over encumbered again. Although I'll lighten my load significantly, so it won't be an issue. I do want to do some crafting. I've used quite a lot of potions. So I should make some potions and food and general stuff. This is better. It certainly shall be. That's rusty. Okay, let's get rid of some of these bows. Would be nice to use that one at some point. I'm keeping this in case it is a tool for crafting at some point. It may never be. these can go. There used to be a mechanic for breaking down extra pieces of equipment into, you know, salvaging a few ingredients from them for crafting. It would be nice to see that return. Just having to click to sell every single item is a bit tedious. Right, we can let this knackered keeper's gear start to go now. Excellent. We're now significantly lighter on our feet. And also safely within the walls of the keep. I should go post that notice at some point. But I want to make some stuff this morning. How are we doing for wood? It's a frequently used ingredient. Oh, 13. Okay, we should definitely get some more. We do need to be replenishing our supply of arrows. But with 13 wood, we could make a few decent things. Shield. Weak. Well, we want to change that, don't we? Okay. So, arrows and shield. For the shield, we'll want some copper and leather. We have some leather already. Oh, and we have that amazing lamellar armor to try and make at some point. That looks like a distant, very distant objective. Although, surprisingly, we shall see. So what was that? 4, 8, 16, 18? Right? Yeah, I think maybe 18 wood we got, so 41. 31, okay. But each of those 4 logs yields 4, so 16. And then the other 2, 18. 13 and 18. Oh no, maybe 31 is correct. Right. We want to get some copper. Let's go 4. And say 4 leather. And then we shall see what we can create. We got plenty of iron already from a mine. For this, we only need 3 more iron. You know what? I shall purchase that iron. Terrible chance of crafting. And we will have a little lesson in humility. Expected outcome, no percentages. Let's get this out of the way. Shadowblade's lamellar armor. It's useless. You should have known better. Right, well, let's try and make a better shield. 45.3% chance of... Okay, we'll give it a try. Weak again. Oh, goodness. Okay. And again. Come on. Come on, game. Broken item. Well, that's disappointing. Let's try one more time. Hey, not weak. Okay. Let's... 47% worse? No. Okay, we'll make some copper arrows. Wait. Let's fix some broken arrows. Make some copper arrows. It's all about the experience points. Right. Should have made this first with the XP. Now. You know what? 44% chance of rubbish. Not great. There we go. Well, we'll give it a shot. You know what? Give that a go. Some weak leather gloves. Better than nothing. They're not that great, so we'll just sell them off. But hey. Still not sure what we can make from broken items. Presumably at some point we'll learn a new ability. Oh, and you know what? We do want to try and make these at some point. So, 2 iron, 1 leather. 2 iron, 1 leather, and rather more. Let's check our basic chances. Because we can always sacrifice more ingredients to persist after making mistakes. Let's say we went like that. At which point that's looking fairly decent. Throw on a 4th one. And it's not making a... oh, it is. Chance for worse, 18.4%. Chance for worse, 30%. Oh, I see it's gone to +1. You know what, we'll give it a try. Hey, there we go. We have made the first item. And for this, we'd want 8 iron, 4 leather. You know what? While we're here, let's give it a go. If we go 12 and 6, since we have the money to work on it. Right. Chance for worse is very high, so let's reduce that with 1 of everything. Chance for worse, 16.7%. That's very nice. Let's... okay. Let's pop in the extra metal. There we go. And try it. Corpse Eater Rags requires dexterity 3, but we have made both the items. And may consult the blacksmith. I've made those things. The armor based on your notes.
Well now, that's not half bad. Not half bad at all. Solid work, and you didn't skimp on the details. You've nailed the basics. So how about we try something a bit fancier, huh?
Did you have something in particular in mind?
Oi, friend. You went and made armor based on the Armor's Almanac, didn't you? I should have warned you. That's a terrible idea. Those books are the biggest load of crap I've ever come across. And I've talked to Rolf when he's had a few too many.
Allah said it would be better than the armor worn by the keepers.
Yeah, well, Allah is a fanatical follower of that Shadow Blade. He's read a couple of those books, and suddenly he thinks he knows my trade better than I do after 40 years in a forge. He even had the nerve to argue with me. Now, I told him, I can hammer your face just as easily as this steel. Well, that shut him up quick.
I see you don't respect Arden Shadowblades and his writing.
Arden Shitblade, you mean? Of course I don't respect him. That fool is ruining the reputation of every armorer out there. No one knows who he is or why his nonsense even gets published. But plenty of people would love to get their hands on him. I'd gladly get rid of him myself.
You want to get rid of someone just because you don't like his books?
You don't get it. Those books, they are dangerous. Think about it. Somebody reads that nonsense, makes armor, and then heads out into the world. What do you think will happen? They sure as hell won't become a Knight of the Round Table. First Grindelow they come across will punch right through that garbage armor.
Well, the person who believes everything they read is a problem, but the person who spreads all that stuff, yeah, that is pretty dangerous.
Exactly. That's why I think Arden needs to be stopped. Break his arms, so he can never hold a pen again. Well, if you could find him, knock some sense into his empty head, and cut off his hands, so he'd never write another book. I would cover you in gold.
I don't know, that's a bit extreme. Do you know where he might be?
I've got no idea. Maybe Allah knows something. He's the biggest admirer of that charlatan I've ever met. He's been trying to share the wisdom of those books, but I chased him off and haven't seen him since.
There may be some information in the books, like favourite regions the author keeps writing about, trying to glorify those places as where the best stuff happens. I'll think about it.
Thank you. You'll not only make this old smith happy, but the entire guild will be grateful.
Right. Now, while we've completed the Corpse Eater armor, we have a Festering armor quest. So there was no golden topic of conversation, but the quest has Blade in the Shadows. Alright, where are we? So there may be a series of... Now, crafting, handcrafting. Nice. Would be nice. Gonna be a long time. Festering. Iron leather blood clot. We do have the blood clots now. And helmet. Festering helm, iron leather blood clot. You know, let's just quickly go and look and see how much they need. No, I'll go see Allah first. I'll tell him, look mate, I could even show him and say, you can wear this if you want, but it's not going to do a good job of protecting you. Oh. What if he says you that's, you must have done it wrong, you need to do better. Here's another recipe from Ardent Shadowblade. Make this armor, it's even better, and you make it and it wastes a whole load of ingredients. It gets worse and worse and worse, and eventually you get to the point where you've made so much shit, as in absolute dog shit, that he realizes, okay, yeah, this is crap. The guy keeps getting it wrong. Let's see how this goes. I made the armor according to the instructions you gave me.
Oh, right. The lamellar armor from the Armorer's Almanac. I remember. So how did it turn out?
It's shit. Absolute crap.
That's impossible. You must have made a mistake. I'm sure it wouldn't have turned out like that if you had followed Arden's instructions properly.
Do you know where I can find Ardent Shadowblade?
Depends. Why do you ask?
I want him to sign my copy of the Armorer's Almanac. I want to get rid of him so he can't rent. I'm not going to say this because he won't like that. I'm curious to find out. He's rather mysterious. I'm curious to find out who he really is. He seems to know a lot about armor.
That's true. I always wondered what he looks like and what he's like in person. He must be an amazing conversationalist. Though I doubt I'll ever get to leave this place. If you manage to track him down, you have to tell me about it. Because I know where to find him. The almanac isn't printed by Arden himself, but in Timberwall, based on his manuscripts. In the first editions, they accidentally included not only Arden's name and pen name, but also his place of residence. I paid a good sum to get a copy, but here it is.
Oh, really? Well, thank you.
No problem. I'll lend you this copy. But don't forget to get it signed.
Ironically, I may be able to go break all his fingers, but get him to sign it first. Full plate is the undisputed queen of all. I'm just checking to see if this is different. This may give me a new crafting recipe. Books. Huh. Is that quest items? Yeah. Yeah, volume 4. Okay, so. The Armorer's Almanac, Volume 1, First Edition. Author Arden Shalebrook. Quanacht, Avalon. Full plate armor is the undisputed queen of all armors. Thick forged steel plates that completely cover the body are considered nearly impossible to pierce. Unfortunately, producing plate armor is incredibly expensive and I couldn't afford it, so I decided to run a few tests using just a breastplate. Is this taking the piss out of armor YouTubers? I crafted the breastplate myself from a steel plate about a centimetre thick. I based it on the front part of Sir Lancelot's cuirass from an illustration in the book The Knights of the Round Table by Seamus of Camelot. It's not an exact replica, of course, but it's as close as I could get to the original. I mounted it on a sandbag to simulate a human torso and put it to the test. Neither a one-handed sword nor a spear could penetrate the armour, only leaving small dents. Crossbow bolts from a 160 kilogram draw weight fired at close range left minor punctures, but none went through the sandbag. This confirmed what I already suspected. Killing or even wounding a knight in full plate armor would either take superhuman strength or a miracle. Now let's compare. So the wording is different. Okay, fine. And a new recipe. A new recipe, eh? What if... Now, bear with me on this. What if this new recipe is actually legit, and it's just the first one that was crap, right? Maybe the editors keep messing up the later editions or volumes, right? Such a dumb idea. Oh dear. Oh. Shadowblade's lamellar armor is not. So what did I get then as a new recipe there? Didn't it say Shadow Brooks instead of Shadow Blades? There's no way it just taught me the same recipe again, surely. We know that doesn't work. Or at least we have a very good idea it doesn't work. Right. 4, more than we can reasonably afford right now, and much more. 6 and 4 is 8. We do have enough blood clots. I think I'll look at the video to see if I just learned this again, because that is daft. I could tell Osbrit and he could have someone go do it, but that means I wouldn't get the reward and it wouldn't be as subtle. So, what can I sell that I have crafted? Well, 2 weak kite shields. Sell that, keep these. I don't need a spare pair of gauntlets. And do intend to make better at some point. Here we go. I should probably buy some cooking ingredients and other things. For now though, ooh, 36, ooh, 30, okay, we need to make more healing potions and other stuff, but that can all wait until the next episode. I hope you all enjoyed this one. We went and cleared out most of a mine, so we didn't really clear it. And we took on a knight. Well, not really a knight. A brigand. Posing as one. And I forgot to place a warning notice, so I will need to do that next time. Alright guys, I'm going to end this one here. Thank you for watching and see you all next time. Bye for now.